Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in. As always, appreciate your support. Make sure you subscribe if you like what you see. Got a player feature here for you. An innocent bystander's driving his AMX 50B Tier 10 French heavy tank autoloader. And he's loaded into Stalingrad in a 3-5-7, which is a pretty good setup for him. He's going to have a good game. The rest of his team is not. But we're going to watch what he does with his autoloader and how he fights with the autoloader. I get a lot of requests for how to fight autoloaders. I don't play them too much. I mean, I have a lot of games in them overall, but as compared to the other tanks I use, it's not one of my more often played kinds of tanks. And there are some things you can do to increase your survivability and your effectiveness. And that was a nice little poke. He didn't stay there. Never intended to stay there. That was simply to see if there's anybody down there, which he found out, and now he's going to reposition. You will find that Innocent is very good at moving around the battle map. Doesn't really stay in one spot very long. He'll get his shots and he'll move on. He's going to move up to the middle here. Already lost one tank. Now watch what he does here. Sees the 50, the 251. He's going to see him come. He shoots right in the back. Once again into the sprocket, and he's doing that on purpose, absolutely. That guy shoots AG, and he takes down the RU. So autoloader tactic, tracking somebody, hitting them in the sprocket, and stopping them so that the rest of your shots can go into them, as well as minimizing your exposure. So just his turret was sticking over, and he is on a reload, so he doesn't rage around and let the T-49 get some lucky snap on him or anything. And he's going to come around this corner. And he's got the STB-1. So just as he reloads, you'll see him poke out. There it is. And he's going for the tracks on the STB. Tries it again. He does track him, and the guy fixes it. And then watch what he does with his reload here. Right to the letter C to force the reload. Now he's got guys pushing on his side, and it's time to reposition because that place is vulnerable to being shot in the side. So two things with the autoloader we've seen: going for sprockets and tracking guys, and knowing when to press C and force a reload so that you can get a full clip going. Nice reposition, which is another thing you've got to do with an autoloader. An autoloader can't really sit in a spot and go toe-to-toe. This is a bummer for him right here. Nicely aimed, gets to the sprocket, bounces, bounces. GF gives him a little too much side, and he gets a shot in there, and now he's going to bounce a shot from the STB-1. A little bit lucky there, but the 50B armor isn't amazing, but it is pretty good, and you will get those bounces like that on occasion, especially if it goes off the turret, which has all kinds of wacky angles on it. And now he's on a reload. So notice he's not rushing out to get hit or see if he can absorb more damage. Fortunately, STB misses him. And now we are repositioning. They've been pushed through over on the west side, unfortunately. So while he looks like he wants to go help them, he's not going to go suicide in there. Besides, he's got all kinds of reload time left. He's just going to position himself here if they try to get to cap and see what he can do. It's not lost yet. They're doing okay. They're not doing amazing. Does stick his rear end a little bit out behind that building, but looks like he notices that pretty quickly. And just as he's reloaded, he comes around looking for his shot. So there's a Type 4 trolling around. There's a one, oh, look at this. Track. Up into the weak spot. And another weak spot shot. And forces a reload. So notice he was looking to take one more shot. That guy tried to push in on him. Once he did not, he just pressed C, accepted that that one shot wasn't going to be taken, and moves on for his reload and repositioning. So another excellent textbook example of how to do that. Kind of hanging out. Ooh, now we got a 110E4 trolling around. Probably had some shots on him right there. That guy wasn't really paying attention. I think right there was one of the few mistakes he made. He could have actually backed up into those windows, and he's going to figure that out right about here. He's going to go, I can't quite get that shot I want. Down to 3, so come back around this corner. I can get through those windows now. And he's going to attempt to do the same thing here. It's like, okay, no, actually I want that sprocket shot. Oh, dang it. Gets it that time. and puts another shot into it. But absolutely the intention was there the whole time. And now we're off. So that, missing the fact that he could have probably started shooting that guy in through those windows on that sprocket. Then one shot taken at the, what was it, Scorpion that missed, kind of a snap. And then one shot that missed. So unfortunately he was only able to put 2 of those into the 110E4. It's going to come around this way, and I believe this Leopard PTA is about to have a bad day. Oh, up and over. Holy cow, what are we doing here? Okay, boom. Maybe auto aim would have been in order there. Looks like maybe he's trying to get that sprocket. And if he's doing that from third person, that's pretty amazing. And he ends up dying. Looking for a shot here. Yep, he's got it. So he didn't force the reload. Oh, there's the arty. He didn't force the reload right there because he knew he had another shot. And off we go. Repositioning. Oh, now it's just 2. Can he carry? Well, I already said what happened, didn't I? They are chasing him. The T-28 can see him. He's right behind him. He ducks into those rocks. Now this is another thing that he's doing. I would have been driving and looking backwards. But he is making sure he doesn't run into things. Can't argue with that part of it. Just about reloaded. Get turned around. Front armor to the enemy. And what do we got here? Where is... There he is, right in the side. Should be able to get him. Boom. Oh, crud, the STB. And unfortunately, just forced a reload right there. Uh-oh, and the 57's behind him. So you got a 57 behind you. You got an STB in front of you. Probably just needed to push right around that corner. Might have even been able to get around that road right there and survive just long enough from the STB to get a reload in there. But as it was, small points, fantastic game. A good example of some of the techniques you need to have while driving an autoloader, especially in solo play where he really didn't have anybody helping him out. Didn't have a platoon with him with non-autoloaders who could save him from getting jumped. So he really had to be careful, work the edges of the battle. Nice job, Innocent. 6,000 damage. Unfortunately, not a win. Hopefully you learned something out of this. You like what you see. Make sure you subscribe. We will see you.